with the clever political analyst and also the editor of Creative Loafing, David Warner. Good to see you again, David.
Nice to see you.
So how's life been at Creative Loafing? Just give me a quick...
It's been pretty hectic in the middle of like the World Series and like everybody else in Tampa Bay. We're sort of like going every which way. We rooting for the Rays in the World Series, like waiting on tenterhooks for what's going to happen on Tuesday,
right,
and figuring out how we're going to write about all that stuff. But you know, that's fun. That's what's fun. So you have newspaper.
So you have your whole columns. You have everything almost worked out. If the Rays did win the World Series,
we didn't know. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing with the election. I mean, we come out next Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. So we won't know by the time we go to press who's going to win. I mean, when we did this 4 years ago, we just threw up a headline that said Dewey defeats Truman, and we figured that will be good. That'll be incorrect on purpose. We can't do that this year, so we're working on what our options are going to be. But you know, we've been working on this election guide. This is the first year we've ever done this pull-out ballot, where we give people a chance to look at our choices in a pretty handy pull-out fashion. You can go on tampa.creativeloafing.com and download the PDF, or you can just rip it out of the paper this week.
So we can see what who everyone at Creative Loafing is going to vote for?
Well, it shows what, a small collective here at Creative Loafing decided amongst ourselves who we thought were the best candidates. But we also have all those interviews with a bunch of different Tampa Bay residents who are all over the map as far as the president
Can you give me just a quick synopsis of what most people were saying and their feelings about the election?
It really varied. You know, we had a Bob Barr supporter. We had a Ralph Nader supporter.
Ralphie.
We had a woman who said she was going to vote for Cynthia McKinney. Those of you who don't know, she was she's the Green Party nominee, and she decided that would be a waste of her vote. She's voting for Obama. We've got McCain supporters. We've got some undecideds. And a lot of them have the reasons that you would expect, but it's a good sense of the range of opinions of people that read the paper.
Do you think there's a lot of people swinging their vote to the other candidate? Democrats are going Republican, Republicans are going Democrat?
I don't know. Who are you voting for?
I'm not going to say who I'm voting for, but I will be voting for the most intelligent person, not that person, for the job. I'm just going to slant it a little bit. You ever watch Fox News Morning Show?
Yeah. The local Fox News. Yeah. You mean the national?
The national.
Oh,
it's a little slanted. So I'm going to go just a little slanted.
Just a little. Fair and balanced.
I'm going to do the opposite of what they're doing.
You'll be unfair and unbalanced.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably the best way to go.
That's true.
There's the other side of the coin, yes.
So you were at Stageworks.
I was just in a play. Yeah, I was in theater for a good part of my life, and but this is the first time I ever did anything in the Tampa area.
What was the name of the play?
It was called The Chosen.
The Chosen.
Yeah.
And what was your role?
I was playing a scholar of the Talmud, the Jewish book of laws, at the end of World War II.
Okay.
This was a movie. Most people know The Chosen is a movie that Robbie Benson with Peos, Forlocks. It was about the relationship between my son and the character in the movie played by Robbie Benson. We're more secular, more modern, and they were the Hasidic Jews with a lot more strict ideas of how people should dress and live. And our sons get to be friends, but I'm at big odds with the Hasidic boy's father. We have a big rift. The boys can't see each other, and it's what comes up after that.
Well, how long have you been acting?
First play I was ever in, I was 13.
Wow.
And I was doing it all the way through like my through until I got here 4 years ago.
Why are you now on Broadway? What's happening?
I'm just not good enough.
Not good enough? That's a good answer.
Right.
Have you ever done camera work, on camera?
Yeah, I did a little bit, yeah.
Because there's such a big difference. I can't get into I love directing or for film and production and commercials, but then doing stage directing scares the crap out of me.
Oh, really?
It's just all
film is scarier to me.
Really? See, as an actor, I think stage, because if you mess up, there's no post-production, there's no editorial.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. Then you get and do it again the next night.
How long does it take you to prep for this play?
This was really tough because this guy had lots of long monologues, and there was a whole culture I wasn't familiar with. I had to learn about. It took. We rehearsed for about 6 weeks.
Nice. Okay, skipping ahead.
Yeah.
What can we do this week in Tampa Bay?
There's some really cool Halloween events. If you guys have not had her on here, you should have Marina Williams, who is a photographer for us, but she also has her own gallery in St. Petersburg called Art Pool.
Okay.
And I mean, just for the visuals, Marina has the best eyeglasses in Tampa Bay. She gets vintage glasses, so she always is all turned out. And so she's having a great party Friday night for Halloween, where you come as your favorite artist. They're going to have an Andy Warhol lookalike contest.
Really?
It should be really. It's at her gallery in St. Pete.
I try to wear sunglasses, but I lose or break them all the time. So I just stop.
Just get one of those little white Andy Warhol wigs or something.
Yeah, that can work too. So what else is going on?
Well, the Florida Orchestra is doing something called the Spooktacular on Friday night on Halloween, and that should be fun. And then the group Ween. Is doing we're doing a Ween show. I think Creative Loafing is helping to sponsor it on Friday night, and that's in our See and Do pages and on the daily See and Do on tampa.creativeloafing.com. So lots to do.
Coming up.
13 Ugly Men party, I think, is tomorrow night.
Yeah, it is tomorrow night. That's always a full party.
Big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Bar Tab columnist Wade will drunkenly stumble through that and then write about it the following
Does he
week.
really get drunk?
Does Wade really get drunk?
He does really get drunk.
Well, yeah. Oh,
that's. Well,
Yeah,
I guess you can't say that on camera.
he has actually a really good story in this week's paper about how to hide a hangover from your boss.
I do that every day.
And
right now I'm hungover, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, that doesn't show. That's good. Well, see if
Well,
Wade
my
has
boss
any
knows
tips.
now. What kind of tips does he have?
Don't puke in the men's room.
That's a pretty good tip.
Yeah.
I think I could have learned that
People
one.
will only believe you had the flu once.
Right.
Yeah.
What else? Red eyes.
No,
because you could have allergies.
I don't remember the other
like me
ones.
right now.
Surprisingly, the only one I remembered was the one connected with puke. But there are many other tips, many other more useful tips in Wade's column.
Can you just briefly? Can you just tell me about that? Who did that? What's the reason behind that?
I tell you what was happening. We were thinking we wanted to make this cover into an equal opportunity cover. We'd have the big picture of Sarah Palin, one big picture of Barack Obama, both of them that you could cut out and use as masks. But then we thought of this Palin lantern, and we figured equal amounts of people are scared she will get in and scared she won't get in. So it would be equally scary no matter what.
I wish I could comment on who I want, but I can't. Only opposite of Fox News morning show. Okay, well, thank you, David. It's been great having you on the show again. And this is Tampa Bay's Media Talk, brought to you by Tampa Digital, sponsored by Creative Loafing, and more than 2,600 places. How many?
Millions.
Millions of homes.
Millions of homes.
I can't ever remember that.
I can't either. So
we'll be back in 60 seconds.